Hey guys, it's Nick here, and boy, I had quite a day because I went to the Portland Retro Game Expo, and I apologize because I was going to tell people about this before, but I never got to uploading my video about it. So I'm sorry about that, but let me show you what I picked up, because for once I actually picked up some games. There is one book I bought, one sheet music book, but so I did have quite a bit of money, but it went through fast. I only bought like 5 things today because that's how fast my money ran out. And when you see what I got, you'll probably see why. I was saving up money. My boss at work was really nice enough to give me a lot of extra hours last week, and as a result, my paycheck was a little bigger. And here's my pass. Is that supposed to be a fox? I don't know, but anyways, I'm gonna take this lanyard off and I'm gonna put it over here with the rest of them. So anyways, now it was the time for me to try looking for more PC Engine games. I couldn't find, I found a few stands that had a few games, but there was nothing that I wanted. So I bought the one, I just kind of selected one because it's like I really want to be able to play my PC Engine that I just got. I don't want it to just sit there collecting dust. So I bought, just pick something out that was pretty random. And this is Lode Runner: The Lost Labyrinth. And I like how they make the guy look Asian because it's a Japanese version. But it was only $15. It comes with everything. The label here is kind of peeling off, but that's an age thing, so I'm not really gonna complain. And then I got 3 NES games, 3 of which or at least one of which it's a game I really missed, and I had to pay the extraordinary amount of money to get. But first off, I'll do it in order, I guess. But first game that I bought there was Alfred Chicken for the NES. Now this is a pretty rare game because it was made in 1993, so there weren't a whole lot of copies made. This was $70. But I bought it not just to say that I own it, because like I said, I don't really collect NES games anymore. If I own them, I'm going to play them, and that's the case with this game. I'm going to play it. It's a game I like. I could do without the one-hit deaths, but other than that, it's a pretty fun game. Especially for 1993, being made by a British company, I think it's pretty good. Put that down here, I guess. Second game, and this is the one I was talking about earlier that I missed because I traded it for the Ubisoft version of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade for the NES, because every time I tried to get my hands on that game, something bad would happen. Like first time I got the Taito version, and second time I shipped some games to a guy to trade for him, and the games ended up breaking because I never shipped a package before on my own. So I traded this game for it, and here it is. Wayne's World. How much did I pay? $120. So now you can see why my money's going by really fast. That's already $190, and this was a $300 paycheck I had. And I was lucky to get some late birthday money from my aunt. So I was really lucky with that the day before I went. And then this is a game, again, Wayne's World was made in 1993. In fact, I think it was released either November or December 1993, making it the last NES game ever made by a third-party company that was licensed by Nintendo, I believe. I could be wrong on that. I know the last official NES game was Wario's Woods, and the last unlicensed one was Sunday Funday, but Wayne's World, I believe, was the last one that was made by a third-party company and licensed by Nintendo. And that's a game I am going to do a actual playthrough on, because I love that game. I know people hate it, but it's actually quite possibly not my most favorite, but one of my most favorite NES platformer games. But anyways, this other game, again, it was a late era NES game, 1992, so I don't think a lot of copies sold. I still want to watch the movie, but I can't find it anywhere I go. I don't know if it's because it's considered a pornographic movie or not, but this is Cool World, which I also paid $70 for. And yeah, again, it's an ocean game, so I know it's not perfect. It's got a good soundtrack. The Super Nintendo version, which has the same music, is better, obviously, but Yeah, I've wanted Cool World for a while, or I guess if I'm Stewie from Family Guy, I can just say Cool World. But anyways, so this is I'm looking forward to playing this. I have played it before on an emulator. It's been a long time, so I don't know. But hopefully I like it. So anyways, then I bought something else. I saw it. It was 25 bucks. Couldn't resist. And this is probably a really bad move on my part because if you've played the games or if you saw my video of me playing the games, you know it's not a good thing. But got a plush Foxy. Yeah. I had Meta Knight. Meta Knight's here, but then I got Foxy because he's a fox, and foxes are my favorite kind of animal. So, and he's really soft. I'm not gonna touch your genitalia, don't worry. But anyways, oh wait, he doesn't have any, so that's okay. All right, but before I show you guys the book I picked up, I'll tell you about the gaming historian, or Norman Caruso. He was at the PRGE. Now, there was ABGN was signing autographs from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, but that line was literally wrapping around like the entire place. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I went to the gaming historian because I thought, besides, I've met ABGN once already, even if I don't see him ever again in my life, that'll be fine because at least I can say I did meet him once. And I'm featured on one of his YouTube videos, which is just awesome. But anyways, so after, Norman Caruso and another guy, I'm sorry if he's watching because I don't remember your name because I'm not good with people I only saw once or twice. But I think he's been in a few of his videos. But anyways, they were talking about the bit wars and all that stuff, and when they were done, I walked up to the table. There wasn't too many people in that room, probably like 50 to 100 people. But I walked up to the table, and I was a little shy because it's like I know some famous people don't want to or they'll be like, okay, I gotta go or something because when I met James Rolfe at PAX, he was doing that. He was like, okay, I kind of gotta get out of here, and I understand because the next panel had to start. So I went up to Norman and I just said, hey, dude, mind if I get a picture with you? And he said, oh, sure, and he was nice enough to put his arm around me. I didn't think he'd do that. I took one picture, didn't turn out right, so he's, and he's like, oh, that's fine, we could do another one. And we did that, and, and I kind of asked him some, a little stupid, but he mentioned growing up in Scotland, and, because he said, because someone asked him, like, did you play Sega or Nintendo growing up because, you were, because, these commercials will probably try to get you to get one or the other. And he said, well, I grew up in Scotland, so not many people had an NES. So I asked him after the thing, it's like, I know your last name was Italian, Caruso. But were you part Scottish? And he's like, nah, I just, my dad was in the Navy, so I just, grew up there. But if by any sliver chance that he's watching Norman Caruso or gaming historian, whatever you prefer, thank you so much for taking your time to, get a picture with me and let me talk to you for a bit because, it's those people, man. It's those people that, you really make someone's day when when a famous person does something nice for, one of their fans or something. And I'll admit, I don't watch the gaming historian all the time, but if I'm on my YouTube page and I see that he's made a new video, I click on it, because he's always got something interesting to talk about. And I know a lot of the stuff too, but he knows, like, he's like a walking encyclopedia of this video game stuff, and it's anyways, it was really nice of him to do that. And after that, some of the staff there were like, okay, well, you guys need to leave, and it's like, okay, and but anyways, again, thanks to Norman Caruso for doing that. That was awesome. Okay, so before I show you guys the book, there's a couple other things. I now own all of the Japanese import CDs for Steely Dan. I picked up Asia the day before, on Friday, the day before the expo, and then I also got if I can get it here. Nah, I can't get it. But this is Gaucho. And so far, I like all of Steely Dan's albums, but this one, it was kind of like, wasn't that good, at least compared to their other stuff. I didn't like it a whole lot. It wasn't a bad album. I just think it just wasn't as good as, like, let's say Royal Scam or, Asia or Can't Buy a Thrill. And if anyone's wondering, I'm really getting into the Dan, I guess they call it now. Anyways, my favorite album by them is Countdown to Ecstasy. My mom actually has a vinyl of it in the garage. I was just looking at it last night, showing it to a friend of mine. But second favorite would probably be Katie Lied, because Bad Sneakers is such an awesome song. So, just a little trivia if you're wondering. But the book I got, but before I show you that, one more thing. Need to get a drink of my Surge. I'm glad they kept this stuff. Good stuff. Anyways, so it was a book I've seen there a few times, and it wasn't much cheaper on Amazon, and it's Oregon, so there's no tax. I couldn't resist picking up the Steely Dan Complete. I guess that's just what it's called. Steely Dan Complete. So it's a piano, vocal, guitar, and if you look at the sheet music, or if you're familiar with, like Sibelius and Finale and stuff, you can tell this sheet music is like old. So it's they probably made like sheet music for back then. But so from Can't Buy a Thrill to Gaucho, it has all the songs that Steely Dan did for those albums. That's pretty cool. Even if the arrangements aren't like 100% perfect, in fact, they're probably really crappy from what I saw anyways. It's still pretty cool, if you want to learn the chords and stuff. So, I'm really looking forward to reading this. So anyways, so Wayne's World, like I said, I want to do a playthrough there, because there's one guy I was talking to at the expo, and he's like, oh man, that game is so tough, it just frustrates me, and I told him, actually, if you play it enough times, it's extremely easy. And he's like, what? I'm like, oh yeah, it's true. And my NES is down here, like buried under a pile of crap. I think I should get it out and start, whip it out and start playing it again. Because, I do have weekends off usually. Not all the time, but sometimes my work gives me the weekends off. So, it's not that I 100% don't have time to play games. I have a little bit of time, but sometimes I'm out of the house doing stuff. But I think, maybe on Sundays I should just sit down. I've kind of decided recently, on Sundays I'll just stay home and, do whatever. Saturdays I'll go out and do some. Sundays I'll just stay home. Or maybe Saturday I'll stay home because, if I don't feel like I have enough money. But yeah, I think the time has come for me to get out the NES and start playing the thing again. Because I have said the NES is my favorite console of all time. I've never played a better console than this. And I don't know why Shadow of the Ninja was in there, but it was. So, now like I said, just because I stopped NES collecting doesn't mean that I'm done with video game stuff. In fact, like I said, recently, I've been doing a lot of sheet music collecting, and as stupid as that sounds, I not necessarily sheet music, but guitar books, because I always like to learn them and stuff. But before I play this NES, this thing really needs to be cleaned. I can't believe I let it get this bad. So, alright guys, so maybe I'll do a live stream of me playing these games. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna do a live stream because I got nothing to do and it's 12 a.m. and it's time for me to get back into position, you know what I mean? Just start playing these games and, have a good time. So, see you guys later. Bye. Peace out. God bless. And you gotta tell him bye too, buddy. Well, you tried. Okay. See ya. So yeah, I'll do a live stream after this.